So thank you very much. Welcome to a little complex world of K2 systems. I'm kind of proud to be here in Israel. It's my first time, so I'm a little nervous, but it doesn't matter. We have good products. So I'm going to give you a rough introduction today about who we are, what does company K2 Systems do, and why do we call us specialists. I'm going to tell you the benefits working with our substructures, and I'm going to show you engineering process. And you know, science kind of boring, but it's very important for us to tell you or to show you that we're really specialists, and if you need a certain product for Israel, we can do it. It's just an explanation. And also, we did a yield study for Tel Aviv to show you why east-west orientated, south-orientated systems might be a good option. And yeah, just enjoy. The company, we are a manufacturer of mounting systems located near Stuttgart in Germany for 9 years now, and we developed various solutions also for the international market, but the roots are in Germany. We already supplied even more than 3 gigawatts of PV substructure all over Europe and the world. And yeah, K2 stands really for quality. We have a good quality in aluminium, and so we can do certain span widths, and yeah, only quality will persist in future, and I hope you can convince yourself as well. Yeah, and we stay for quality, know-how, reliability, and modern designs. Outside you see some samples. To some of you, they kind of look expensive. They have an expensive impression, but it is not. We pay some attention of a good-looking product. Sometimes we call it sexy product, but it shouldn't be, you know, only the look. But it's really competitive. It looks, good-looking things is more. You have more emotions to the product. And also, installers like to install something that looks good, quite good, but we're still competitive. Price issue, we exist since 9 years, so we do our business quite well. Our strength is the steadily enhancement in innovative products. I got a couple of questions outside. I need 20 degrees of inclination, why just you do 10? So I'm giving you an impression about that along the line. So this is the company. So the benefits, how everybody needs to have some benefits. We see a small part which is called the slot nut. I just reach it through so you can walk it along the line. And I'll also have some samples here which I'm going to span through. So you see the small part all over the systems and almost in every system. So you can have a little look at it. So we have a whole bunch of rails. We have rail families. We have fixing parts, small parts, and we have sets, end clamp, middle clamps. And the nice and unique thing you see at K2 is that you can combine it with each other. You can combine it crosswise and somehow combine everything together. So it's an endless possibility and variations, so it's not only standard, it's also, yeah, custom-made solutions always possible. But to be competitive, please stick with the standard systems. So, what do we have? We have easy handling. We call it almost foolproof as possible. That's very important to have not 20, 30 page assembly instructions. Nobody's going to read it. So we want to say the most important things in a few pages to stay as easy as possible. We have saved a lot of material. We just came from the Intersolar in Munich. It was a very successful exhibition for us because our customers and also new customers convinced ourselves that we have less products and cool designs which work quite well on every kind of application. So we have a continuous development and optimization, meaning classical systems have to be optimized, they have to be screwed from a top, they have to be adjustable in any direction to be almost full, you don't make mistakes on the construction site. So the end of all this is we have solutions for nearly all roofs and field applications. It's a modular systems, and yeah, so you have less parts in your stock or in the MIG-1 stock. The planning is easy, the transport is easy, so at the end of it, you save the costs. And yeah, who doesn't want to save costs? So I'm going to show you why we call us experts, and like to invite Thomas, my colleague. He's a product manager, and it's very important for me that he's with me here in Israel to give the right introduction. So he's going to tell his expertise in a few foils. Thank you.
So also a warm welcome from my side and a shalom to everybody. I'm honored to be here. Only quick few words about why we do things like we do it. So in our engineering process, everything starts with the target. So the target specs, what we want to do and for what we want to do it. So what the product has to achieve at the end. So sometimes, not all the times, it starts also with an idea. I hope my team got good ideas, so you will see the products outside. This was the dome system you see outside, the flat roof. So it starts with an idea. Next step is going into the CAD, making the drawings, making the structural analysis. So therefore we run in the CAD system the finite elephant method. To have, even before you got a part in the hand, you can analyze it in the CAD system if it works, if it achieves. I'm okay. If you can't hear me, just say so. So we run the analyze in the CAD system to get the direct numbers and to see if our ideas and our design will work in a proper way. For sure, then we make the parts and we go into testing in our own small laboratory we got in Germany, and also do third-party test to be sure that the product will achieve the targets we have got at the beginning. For sure, we got static tests, structural analysis approval from third parties that our system works in the way that we can sell it with 12 years warranty. We run wind flow analysis also in our CAD system, in our software, like the low ballast system, that they work with low ballast. And what we've done for the dome system also, we have done external wind tunnel testing to get the mathematic numbers that allows us to use and to have a real competitive product in the end that allows to work with as less as possible parts, as less as possible material, even if it looks a little bit German over-engineered sometimes. It is price competitive because we put so much effort in the beginning of what we do. So these are the standard steps we normally work in our business. And for example, for America also we do certifications, or for other countries getting certifications for our system that third parties give the guarantee that what we're doing is right and it works in a proper way. Yeah, so that's quick and short from my side, a little bit about what these German guys are doing, and that there's a little bit more in the background than only making PowerPoint presentations and aluminum parts. Thank you.
So, Dankeschön. Thank you, Thomas. So, I just have 25 minutes, so I have to hurry up. I'm gonna show you the yield study, which we did for Tel Aviv. So, most of you know the Fraunhofer Institute in Munich, Solar Energy, ISE in Germany. And they are quite capable to do yield studies all over the world regarding sun hours, temperatures. So what we did is we did a yield study for Tel Aviv coordinates, longitude is 32 degrees and something else. We took in effort a roof area of 30 by 35 meters, and we used a module with 200 watt peak, 60 cells, and we did the inclination of only 10 degrees. So some of you might ask, why only 10? Why don't you do 15, 20, 25, 30? Actually, we are capable to do all of those, but the most effective systems have to be standardized, and if you want to be really successful, you might stick up with standardized systems. So we want to introduce one on the left side. It's the S-dome system, which is south-orientated. And on the right-hand side, you see a double-sided, we call it east-west orientation. And so we have a modular orientation of the south with 180 degrees. System capacity is 112.5 kilowatt peak. So the power output annually for the S-dome would be 208 megawatt hours on the DC side. So looking on the right-hand side, we have more possibility, or meaning on a 30 times 35 meters roof surface, we are able to make more modules on it, so it's 520 modules on here. The system capacity is therefore 130, and the power output annually is 225. So actually more modules, more output. So specific yield in kilowatt hours per kilowatt peak, meaning it comes down really to the module, is that we have on the left chart DC specific yield over several months. So you see in January it's quite not that much distance, but it's very nice to see here that the S-dome and the D-dome system is very close to the power output, even though it's really off the azimuth angle. And to see it actually, the yields in comparison, meaning the DC, on the DC side, the yield in megawatt hours per year, is that it turns out that the D-dome system might be the better solution to choose for you, because yeah, the modules get more and more sophisticated, and we also did the temperature losses in here, so it's a quite useful source from the Fraunhofer Institute. It might be very, very useful. So we are, after the presentation, and we are stick here the whole day. If you have certain questions, feel free to ask it to me. I'm the sales guy, and the technician is over here. And I used to be a carpenter for several years, so I'm a technician as well. So please feel free to ask any questions. But we're more technicians than salesmen. So you might be able to have additional yield of approximately 8.5% for the double-sided system, meaning, yeah, more modules, more yield. So it depends. It really also depends if we are up to the north of Israel or if we install systems all the way to the south. I cannot say if the S-dome system is always the best. It varies from project to project. And Migman is going to be able to tell you the reasons why. We train the Migman people. They're perfect conditions. They're really good technicians, so it's actually the same as if you would talk to K2. So the levelized cost of electricity is for the single-sided, the S-dome, it's 6.92 cents approximately per kilowatt hour, and the double-sided East-Western is 7.02. That means the range is not that high, but it could be very effective and even more. But you decide which system is the better one, and please feel free to have 9-year experience from K2 in your substructure. It's your decision, and we have good systems. It's not a lie. So this is a little short introduction from K2 about what we do and why we are specialists. I thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the day. Bye.